Okay, so we finally got a report on the progress we got going on over here. So it's a little different. Yeah, my throat's kind of iffy lately. But we're reporting on to the progress over here. It's been like a while for the September one over here. So yeah, getting into the swing of things, but there's gonna be chicken. Chicken so over here. I forgot what's. Anyways. So yeah, we also got some images over here and we're getting right on down into it over here. Some coffee. So yeah. That's the kind of least from the season great we were published over here. These were one of the potential leads of this second demo over here. Right over here. The kind of least. I think. Remember serves right, I think that's Jack Swallows. I can't remember how you say his last name over here, but I believe so. He looks very familiar, and I think that might be the guy I'm thinking about. If it's not the guy I'm thinking about over here, I'm sorry. I fucking thought it wasn't over here, but yeah, we got some kind of lease action we got over here, man, you know, because last time we had lease good day action over here, now we got some kind of lease action over here. So yeah, we're getting some interesting stuff over here. I'll lead each skeleton we'll call that see such a big report over here. This will be a little sneak peek towards that over in here, towards Alicia. With a more important. Tan Malacca envisions not merely an Indonesian revolution, but the birth of a greater union. Easier. The United Proletarian Republic of Southeast Asia. Liberation is incomplete if it remains confined to the archipelago. True socialism demands the dismantling of colonial borders and the forwarding of new identity rooted in the shared struggles of our region's people. This document petitions Indonesia as the vanguard of Southeast Asian emancipation. The union's destiny is expansionist and internationalist, but not universalist. These are exclusive, but only for holding masses of Southeast Asia free from pure dominion and foreign influence. With each victory, the dream grows clearer. One republic, many peoples. None of them matter. Over here. Yeah, very neat stuff going on over here. So you know, like the red from over here because the red's lost in the west, but now we got the east for that. Very much into that stuff. So the interesting thing that can happen. There's apparently a lot more of it's called the code in over here. Studio here, we got a full-on event. So innovations for the tongue we've got going over here. Events stuff over here. Man, I very much await to actually be able to see this shit over here, but we'll just see that when that's gonna come out. Well, it's been a long time coming, stated Tokugawa. In an unusually cheerful tone. Indeed, it has been, replied Malacca, unsure of his attention. At the very moment, the ambassador of Japan and the president of China have been talking for a while. While some may view it as a close bond from Tokyo to Jakarta, others, close to Malacca, can note how he and the ambassador seem to know each other, deeming them as close friends. But unlike the usual banter, something unusual is happening around today's interactions. For once in the nation's history, Japan seemed to give much needed funding to Indonesia's development, seemingly out of nowhere. Malacca found his grand gives a blessing, but at the same time, he said that something is off. He thought to himself, what's a catch? After a while of getting to know Tokugawa, they don't seem to have tried to keep secret or make surprises, especially at diverging mutual which previously had been hard to get. So far, he's waiting for the rest to reveal what they have been so giddy about. It was like hours passed from like a multi-battering the usual topic with little or no answer to what Tokugawa was trying to allude towards. He says that he needs to stay out while you finally get the answer. He needs, and after some internal hesitation, he said, well, Mr. Tokugawa, I really want to understand. What got you in such a good mood? I don't usually see it like this. I'll respond. Well, we've been negotiating with some important members of my nation's finest, and let's leave the time. The thing that you've been asking for. I was not sure why I understand what he said. Malacca soon asked if he wasn't joking around about knowing Tokugawa. He didn't intend to do such things, so that's why he quietly stormed off to get in contact with some important intellectuals was good product. Now what got Malacca in such a rush? For you see, this is what he was planning for a long while. Everything Indonesia was conceived as a nation, one such important factor is create such a nation in its language. It is origin found soon. The populace study learn its wondrous origins. Malacca has a grander vision with the language. He wants to revolutionize it. We create the old, create new words, sorry, I cannot speak. And teach everyone around it. He really thought it would be somewhat impossible, especially since they don't have the necessary research to do it. But such a possibility suddenly changed like a possible one. Quickly, as soon as Malacca had access to the phone, he quickly called to his subordinate staying up. The college personal intellectuals for reading fellas in his call too. We revolutionize language. That language revolutionary shit going on here. Then it very interesting little event about the whole thing over here. I say I see significant progress, especially in mechanics. In this one, what they said assembly. And all this stuff. I'm very curious exactly who's gonna be in this particular camp. Very interesting. Yeah. Anarchy, completing other anarchy, reduce anarchy, social anarchy, lukewarm anarchy. Very, very mild anarchy. Those are some of those topics that have been vehemently discussed across the North, whether it's the guns or so across the entire territory. Standing alongside alone with Perdue of new voices joining Malanki's freedom, the provisional Congress of Free Communities of America has called Seattle to settle many possible debates of the territory's future is possible. Now the strongest personalities in the Hall of Congress have arrived for dormitory, we can see that region for territory cause top. So we got like we got like 7 total factions over here. That's quite a lot actually. The vanguards, the syndicalists, the pacifists, the individualists, the communalists, spiritualists, and conservatives. I'm very curious exactly how Salty's gonna pan out here. What do you mean you can implement that path over here? Maybe. Maybe without path over here. I would like to see exactly what it's gonna entail. And a new one over here, new voice in American game, implement the 5th New Mexico law. Of a 6 for description in the yeah. I believe that's that one little statelet over here that's aligned with Mexico that I think America will have to like fight a little war to get it back. I think. Under Lazar Cardenas, the aristocracy. Very nice over here. Or at just 16, forced to become a family breadwinner, only to then join the revolution under the Constitutionalists. The young multi-member sees life rise from poverty to prominence at breakneck speed. They had connections to prominent figures, among them future President Elias Calais. He would become lieutenant governor of his home state in 1920. For governorship in 1928, sorry. And then he only keep riding through the ranks of Calais' party all the way until he was promised the presidential campaign in 1934. But Calais never kept his promise. Calais' re-election in 1934 would be a sin Calais would never forgive. But with now when he got punished by the capital of the president. But the country descended the Civil War, Calais saw his chance to break free and asked for someone to give him a military command. His request was finally regretted in 1937, which is a new command. He marched north and wiped out the armies of Estrada and Villa. From there, far from any government forces, he soon called for joining Calais, plan to set the Catalina. But he was too late. Because he lost quicker arrival to Mexico City, but he Cardenas and his army force to negotiate the hostilities, and new elections were called a stipulated individual plan. Humiliatedly, Cardenas would lose the elections, leveled out the key to the capital. Cardenas agreed to become relegated governor of Calais' old hometown of Sonora. From there, Calais would only be able to look on his horrors by the faction gave to infight throughout the early 40s. However, this is the faction of America right to the north of his state, making him expand local business to fight against American raids. Yeah, that would be a thing. They slew in Mexican affairs and worried about the threat poised to his country by American war. Cardenas would gather his supported state militias and abandon his past as governor to march to Tucson. The same time as Operation Eagle hit the East Coast. Since then, Cardenas was seen so there was an Iron Fist, making the area among the most orderly of all the former United States and all but formally integrated into a wider Mexican economy. He was a brave and fierce hero by many across Mexico. Cardenas a freed rule to Tucson's king. Remember what place Mexico City has? All of the places over there. What you over there with the aristocracy. Interesting little shit we got going on over here. Well, all sorts of things will be happening with the stuff and the people and all that. I'm intrigued by it. I ain't intrigued seeing all that over here, at least a bit. Now, so, you know, here we got the second Mexican-American war getting cold in over here. We got some more of that action going on. Oh, some siege war going on over here. So, adding some more provinces and shit over here. That's neat. Very neat. Very neat. So, yeah. Very much I'm intrigued by all this stuff over here. Also, there's quite an interesting development over here. This power going on. I think it's pretty neat. See, it's a bit more in depth than we got going on over here with how it's going on over here, but we are at least seeing progress we got going on. So yeah, I'm very much at least looking forward to it over here and seeing what's gonna be coming out soon. But who the hell knows with it, because I've just it's been taking forever. So who really knows about when this whole thing be coming in like fucking tomorrow? Who knows? You see. Yeah, enough of me rambling. I'll see you guys and whatever this is got going on here. I don't remember what that was exactly. Kind of. I'm gonna add some games I've been on sale, so yeah. Probably busy with that for a bit. So until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.